God is real, yeah, he'll heal your pain. Yes, my God is real, I feel him in my veins. Giving God his praise.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all been? We back with another one. Episode 5. But on the audio joint, it's episode 4. I didn't put the intro joint in there, so that's why it's kind of off. But anyways, yeah, so episode 5, addiction. But first, make sure you like and subscribe, and you know what time it is. It's praying time. It's praying
so
time.
Awkward.
You good?
Okay.
All right. Lord, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for allowing us to even have this time to talk on here, Lord God, and use this platform to get your word out, Lord God, and just reach people, Lord God, and allow them the chance to get on here and voice their opinions on different things. And even if they need to vent or anything like that, we just pray, Lord God, that you just touch the very minds that are listening right now, Lord, or even watching right now, Lord. And I just ask, Lord God, as we speak on today, Lord God, that somebody out there who is listening or who is watching, that they will be able to understand that it's okay to acknowledge the fact that you're not doing too good, or that you're not feeling well, that you just, need to speak about something instead of holding all in. And I just ask, Lord God, that we have a great talk, and I just pray these things in Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen.
Amen.
What is up, y'all? We're back. I know it is, what's today, Tuesday?
Yes, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, y'all. I'm sorry for the late delay,
See?
I gotta do better, getting used to trying to keep it up with the consistency of dropping videos and editing the video and all that, just that and there. So, but no excuses though. So I'm gonna still make sure I get something out to y'all. So, got my beautiful wife here, y'all.
Hello.
I wish we had that thing that Trey Neal got, man.
What thing?
That Rodecaster Pro I was telling you about, where you just press buttons and it'll do it yourself, and it'll be to where it'll whoever's listening, they can hear it too.
Oh, okay.
And we'll be able to hear it too. But that's that thing that costs money. Yeah. It's a big investment. But that's why I ain't got it just yet.
How much is it?
About $600. It's not that bad, but
that ain't nothing compared to what that ain't no big investment. Yeah. He will buy that the next week. It's not a big investment.
I ain't gonna buy it.
But we can't splurge. We are being challenged.
That's what I said. I can't buy that next week or nothing.
We are being challenged.
Being challenged.
Why does it keep doing that?
But yeah, this episode today, addiction.
Look how I did my hair. Am I tweaking? Is this how this, or is it messing?
No, you good.
It just looks weird over here to me when I'm trying to look at it.
Oh.
It's fine because it was sliding.
Oh, okay. You can see and everything, right? You cool?
Yeah.
You good? All right, cool.
Sneeze.
That's neat.
I'm okay when it rains. Y'all, excuse me in advance. I am nasally congested. I know you can hear that, so bear with me.
Got the tissues on deck, got the water on deck, so we good.
Yes.
All right, so addiction. A topic that not too many people want to talk about. I mean, some of the reason might be somebody might still be dealing with it, or just might be afraid that somebody gonna judge you. But on this here podcast, we're transparent. So I'm gonna talk about my story. She gonna talk about hers, and yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to go first?
That's fine.
All right. Let's take you on. Let me take y'all on a joyride.
Wow.
Down memory lane. Well, it ain't no joyride no more. Let me rephrase that. Ain't no joyride no more. But no, I started my addiction was smoking, and sex too. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's a whole nother podcast. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, we ain't gonna get into that too much, but it was mainly smoking. So I mainly started back in, I think it's what, my senior year, maybe? Yeah, my senior year. That's probably when it got real heavy. Yup. Got introduced to smoking and doing everything with it, making music, dancing, whatever, going to parties. Like, it was bad. Like, I was just such a addict without even knowing it. And I was like fresh and doing it, but it seemed like I was doing it forever. So it's just like, it was so heavy. I was doing it every single day. And I just couldn't stop. I needed it. And I thought I really needed it. So, especially like them days I would have, like, getting off work, long days, like, man, it's been a rough day today. Let me go ahead and roll up one real quick. Let me roll up one. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
So, yeah, I started chiefing real heavy. And then, let's see, where else? Then my mom ended up moving. She moved, and if y'all don't know, my mama's boy, I said on my last podcast. So yeah, I'm a mama's boy. I'm not ashamed of it. So, but yeah, she moved, and then at that time, that was, breaking point for me. I'm like, well, this is weird. What I'm about to do now, you know what I mean? So I'm just dealing with my mom leaving. And then trying to grow up as a young man in this life, in this world, I'm already kind of starting off on a bad foot, I know the right way, but I just didn't choose it. So, trying to live a dope lifestyle, going to church still, smoking, looking skinny, like, that stuff was bad. Like, I didn't know how I looked. I looked in the mirror so much, making sure my hair looked cool, making sure I'm looking good for the party, this, that, and the third, the studio. But on a deeper level though, I look ugly. Like, it was terrible. But yeah, mom moved and stuff, and then I had to just grow up. But my growing up was just me just taking it all in, not saying much. And I went through a depression stage to where I didn't want to be fooling with nobody. Like, I was just like, want to be by myself the whole time. Like I said, my last podcast, I wanted to be by myself all the time, and it just robbed me of like a whole bunch of time that I could have been spending with family or friends. Like, it was just weird. I didn't know how to cope with it. But let's see, what else can I take y'all to? I guess next phase is us.
Dang.
Yeah. Next phase is us. So, I met my beautiful wife. You know what I'm saying? Met her and stuff. And
I was summer of 2018.
Summer of 2018.
July.
Wow. That's a minute, man.
Yeah.
We done came a long way.
Yeah, because I had already moved out.
Yeah, that's right.
I moved into my place. I moved out at 19. I said, Granny, you trained me well enough. I'm ready. I had already had my own place, my own car. Mm-hmm. I had 2 months after graduating of 2017, I had got a job. Mm-hmm. I graduated with my CNA license and things, all that. So I was pretty set up for the most part. We met 2018 in July. 2018. But I was already in my own place of April of that year. So my journey with smoking, it started, I guess you could say it full blown started when I turned 18. But it wasn't like heavy. It wasn't heavy. It was more like an occasion. Like if I'm out with a friend, it was that kind of thing. It wasn't like every single day. My me smoking pretty much that started heavy when I moved out. I moved out, and I was just like, well, you know, my own home, my own place. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not bothering anybody. You know, I'm not doing it in my grandmother's house or anything like that. So, you know, I respected the rules up until I moved out, you know, because, you know, that is home. You have to respect where you living at. That is home. Mm-hmm. And my grandmother didn't play, and she was strict. So it wasn't no talking back and all the crap that these generation kids do nowadays. It was none of that. So I waited till I moved out. And then that's when my journey with it started to amp up. And it was, at first, it was cool. Like, oh, I can do this. This isn't. Now, the first time it did spook me because I didn't like the way it felt. It was something new. Mm-hmm. But after a while, when you start to do it more, you become comfortable with it. And I was becoming very comfortable with it. And I was functional. I can go to work. I worked evenings. I can go to work. I can pay my bills. I can pay my rent. I was what a lot of people call it, a functional drug addict. Yeah. You was just functional. Simple, yeah. You know, you took care of your necessities first, and then afterwards you had your me time. You had your time to do what you wanted to do. Yeah. And that's what I did in my spare time. And like I said, I wasn't a party animal. I didn't care for the parties. That was
me all day. I'm in there like
I didn't care. I didn't care for the parties. I didn't care for the spotlight. I was more laid back. Like, everybody come over, relax. You know, don't mess up my furniture. Don't mess up my stuff. You know, my parents worked really hard and purchased, you know, furniture and all that. So I was like, look, this is just a chill spot. Mm-hmm. And I was more secluded with my addiction. I wasn't out in the open, put it like that. I didn't really go out and do crazy stuff. I just stayed home with it. Yeah. But eventually it grows. And the longer you sit and do a certain thing, the more you become addicted to it. And for me, it was, like I said, it was fun. Like, I work all day, come home, I ain't got nothing to do, relax, call somebody on the phone, whatever, and smoke. And it would be times where I would smoke for friends, and we'll go meet and hang and smoke with other friends. Like, you know, stuff that a teenager does at a very young age. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not, because everybody has done something. There are some people who went way worse than smoking, just smoking, you know, smoking weed. But for me, when we met, I was still heavy smoking. Yeah. I just didn't let him know that. I didn't let him know. I didn't let him know I moved out. I didn't let him know I had my own place. I didn't let him know nothing. It was just very low key. You know, we started off as friends. When we did meet each other, it was more of like a friendship. Like, look, I'm not rushing you. You're not rushing me. This is what it's going to be. And we both were smoking, but like I said, I didn't let him know that. Yeah.
I was in a phase of kind of trying to slow down.
Yeah. And I messed that up. So, not intentionally,
but it's what happened. So, you know, she's like, what? How did you say it?
We were watching TV.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm about to smoke. Like, just flat out said it.
I'm over here sitting like, yeah, I'm trying to stop, you know.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm trying
to be cool.
And I felt bad because he was like,
she put a blunt in. I'm like,
you didn't even let me get into it. You know, it was just more so like, okay, you know, I'm not going to force you to do nothing because I understand. I respect it.
But in that moment, I'm just like,
I was like, I'm about to smoke.
I'm not finna just sitting here, just let the air fill with smoke. I'm just like,
but you know, it's a learning experience indeed.
Definitely a learning experience.
You know, we laugh and joke about it now because it's like, dang,
we done got past it. Like, we done definitely got past like
You don't laugh. I mean, it's crazy because we can honestly laugh and joke about a lot.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know you're really comfortable with your spouse. Like you're very comfortable.
That's how you know you're free from something too. When you can be open and talking about. Not saying we gotta go into detail, like telling you our whole story, but
right.
The stuff that God really brought us from, and that it's a true testimony. Yeah, we can talk about it.
Right.
Not even be ashamed. Yeah, I used to smoke. And I used to be real heavy into sex and all that stuff. Not saying I was doing it like crazy, like just anything I see. I don't want doing it like that.
You just had a problem.
I just had a problem.
Sum it up. You just had a problem.
I just had a problem. That's it. I had a problem. I'm not ashamed of it. So that right there, that whole transition, boy, from smoking and then just trying to keep living right while you still dabbling in that's a hard pill to swallow. Mm-hmm. Can't even get through your days without, thinking about like, I mean, man, I know I shouldn't be doing this, man. God is like, I done told you.
That too.
I done told you. You keep on now. You keep on. It's gonna be bad. But yeah. So, did you have anything you wanted to add as well?
I should have asked you this before, but
no, you're good. What's up?
What was I about to say? Sorry, our train of thought lost.
You're good.
But yeah, it's a learning experience and it's a growing experience from how far we have came from smoking. It's been like what for us?
What, 2 years?
When was it?
Will this year make it 3?
This year would make it. Dang, has it been 3?
It's been 3 years.
Whoa. That's been. Wait.
A round of applause.
Oh, yeah, it's been 3 years.
3 years,
yeah.
y'all. 3 years. We ain't picked up no blunts. No, that.
It ain't no point anymore. It's not a point. It's not a point anymore. I mean, you can't even enjoy it if you wanted to. People out here lacing things, and the world is going super crazy nowadays.
It's really bad.
You can't even trust what you get from your main supplier anymore because so many people. It was mainly closer to last year. So many people was ODing, and they were getting synthetic weed, and they was getting fentanyl laced in their weed, and
that right there
all
was
kinds
crazy.
of stuff. Yeah,
and that's one thing that when I seen that, it was just like, what, bro?
Yeah.
Like, not saying that stuff wasn't happening back when we was. Of course it was, but it wasn't so, like, strong of a thing going on. Like, yeah, this is happening frequently. It wasn't so much. Right. It wasn't frequent like that. So to hear it, we not doing it no more, it's just like, I thank God because, boy, you never know what you're getting. You never know.
You don't know where it's coming from. Know. You don't even know who it is anymore. I'm purchasing it from this person, but this person can be either purchasing it from that person, or whatever the case may be. People are not right in the head anymore, and we do have people in the world that I'm gonna hurt you because I've been hurt.
And you know what it could be
hurt
too?
People hurt people.
That's true. That is true. You know what it could also be too? Is that they just thinking like, oh well, such and such, they was cool off of it. Let me try with them. Not thinking it's gonna really, you know what I'm saying? Of course everybody is different. Like just like with heroin or crack or whatever it is. Everybody can't do that and live.
No, because if you ain't got no build up tolerance, it ain't working.
Some people do it one time and that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like those people that deal it out, that be using fentanyl, whatever they're using, they just thinking in their head, oh, well, it's gonna be cool, they're gonna be all right, not knowing that they really killing people. Just, you know what I mean? Just doing they basically like a silent killer. Yeah. And they don't know. They're like, oh well, they probably think if they don't come back to them, they going to somebody else. Nah, buddy. No. That's bad right there. So it's like, it's a lot of I guess you can say it would be in that type of field. It's just you can't trust nobody, man. I don't care if it's your dog since day one. I don't care if there's money involved. He gonna do whatever it takes.
It's too much risky stuff nowadays.
Too much risky stuff, man. It's too much.
And every time you dabble in what you ain't supposed to be doing, you just playing Russian roulette. Eventually, one of them shots gonna hit you. Like, eventually, something's gonna get you. Especially with what we just heard at church.
I'm about to say.
Not that explanation, but what did he say? Feasting. What did he say? Sitting at the table with the enemy, or just like in the enemy's presence, like,
he was on the devil's territory. But he was like, when you got certain people that will try to test, I guess you can say test the devil. I don't know if that sounds right, but in the sense of like you trying to play like you a part of the game as well, like you about it and you really not about it.
About it.
And then he was just like, basically, don't play with the devil, because if you really want to run them ones with,
right.
And that's the thing that people don't realize either. It's like them people that's faking it to make it or whatever, making it seem like they about it, or not even just with thugs or nothing like that. Just like in general, like you making it seem like you really want it and you really don't, because we can't fight this battle with the devil by ourselves. We can't fight it with what we think we got or what we think we know.
Of course not.
He know the Bible too.
Not even that. He know you.
He know you. He know what you like. He know what you don't like. He know what you're afraid of. Like, come on now. We not just. He wasn't just made yesterday. Like, he, you know what I mean? He done been around. You know what I'm saying? And it takes us to give it to God in order for us to not even trip on it. And when that type of thing comes up, that's when we use the word. That's when it's time to use the word, because that's what's gonna help us. Exactly. We can't just go by our word. Get back. Yeah. What's that gonna do, man? Just like when Jesus got tempted, what did he use? He used the word. He used the word. And so for that,
he said, "Get behind me, Satan," and he said he used the word, and Satan was just like,
Jesus was not playing.
You can't even tempt the Lord, that God. You can't even do that. What are you doing?
That was showing him all kinds of stuff.
And that's what a lot of us get addicted to. We get addicted to, I'm trying to go get this fast money, this fast life, living in the fast lane. Listen, I am not for none of that. Okay? I am not for none of that. Because when the time comes for somebody to get pinpoint, to get railroad, I did not want to be a part of any of that. But, our generation nowadays, we're really struggling because everybody wants to be about it, and everybody wants to be gang, and everybody wants to, I mean what I say what I mean, and if you run up, you get done up, and, back in the day when you run up, you did get done up, you fought, but nowadays it's like, saying, bro. It's like, I want something to happen to me. I want somebody to try me, and
do it. Yeah.
You're going to find somebody that's going to really... try you. And
it's really somebody out there that's waiting on them type of words to hit the floor and like,
exactly.
Yep, they said it. It's time now. Yup. And them people don't know what they're, just like the Bible says. I don't know where it's at. We need to find it. But where it says, life and death is in the power of the tongue.
We done read that part so many times.
Find that real quick. But yeah, life and death is in the power of the tongue. If you don't believe that, just like when they say, if you don't believe that, you shouldn't even be saying that one thing where they be like, if I should use that.
Ooh, it's in Proverbs.
Ooh, Proverbs.
Chapter 18.
I'm about to take y'all to the word real quick.
Chapter 18, verse 21. Proverbs is a hard book to read.
If you haven't read Proverbs, hey.
Proverbs is really, really hard to read.
Proverbs will get you through there. It'll tell you, be careful about some stuff.
Proverbs will hurt your spirit too.
Yeah, it'll tell you about yourself now.
It ain't no joke.
You said chapter 18?
Yes.
Verse what?
21.
Verse 21.
We had to read Proverbs. I didn't even want to read no more. I didn't touch it for how many days?
It was a minute you ain't touched it.
I was like, ooh, that was too deep, but it's something. It was what I needed to hear. It's right behind you. And if y'all hear noise in the background, excuse it. It is our neighbors.
We got neighbors. I don't know what they're working on, but
I'm gonna go look and see.
Buddy getting mad though, I can tell. He back there yell. That's all we hear.
He get upset, y'all.
So excuse him, you know what I'm saying? But no, for real.
Jesus.
You almost there. There you go. 21.
Yeah.
Alright, so King James Version, the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21. And it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
So whatever you like doing, you gonna eat the fruit. Whether you like to
just
be
like
wicked, you gonna eat it.
When they be like, how that saying go? You are what you eat.
Yeah.
You are what you eat, basically. So when you constantly telling, just like the whole suicidal type of deal, like when you got different people like with cyberbullying or just bullying in general, you got somebody constantly telling you, oh, well, you're not gonna make it. You're this, that, and third. You're fat, this, that, and third. If you got somebody that's dealing with low self-esteem, low confidence, like all that in the third, like that's gonna push somebody, persuade somebody. Well, maybe I should, maybe I don't. You know what I mean? Like it's, but in a sense, though, of course, you're not supposed to allow people to. But everybody is not like that, though. Everybody wasn't raised in that way to, take up for themselves and different things like that because they just didn't have the support system in their family. So when you out here speaking and you going off on somebody, you need to watch what you saying because that stuff can be either life or death for them. For real. Mm-hmm. Like you tell somebody all day long, go kill yourself, what you think they gonna do? Go kill themselves because now, and if they do something like that now, their blood is on your hands. And I'm not trying to say it to like scare nobody or nothing like that, but it's just, hey, that's in the word. Like death and life is in the power of the tongue. So for that, hey, watch what you saying out there for real. Because if you don't, you reap what you sow. You don't want nobody talking about you or talking to you any kind of way. So I suggest you don't do it to nobody else. So I mean, yeah, that's also, to sum it up in that, yeah, that's, your words are very, very powerful. But yeah, I was thinking about that saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt, or words will never hurt me, or something like that. And I got to thinking about it, like when I was young, and I'm like, well, sometimes words do hurt though. Like
they do.
If you really think about it.
I thought he was about to say that.
What'd you
that
know?
one thing that we used to say when we was kids.
What? Is it scary so or what?
No. I was about to say, why would you say that? No.
I don't even know. Man.
It's funny, but it's not funny because it's like, why was we saying that as kids? But that's not. It's the same thing, but it's not. It's really not. But I mean,
yeah,
that's how it is with addiction. You gotta be serious with it. And what you say, life or death, is part of how you play out that addiction role as well. Whether you tell yourself, I'm going to beat this, I'm going to get over this, this is not going to hold me, or you tell yourself, I can't do it, I need it, I don't need nobody else's help, I need my next, whatever the case is, whatever it is that you're addicted to, it's how you view it, how you look at it.
Yeah, for real.
And flesh is real. A lot of us out here, I can control. No, you can't.
You can't. No,
you cannot.
No, I done said it too. I thought I could control my addiction. I couldn't. You gonna end up in the same boat every time. You gonna probably be able to stop for a good 1 or 2 days, and that's it. You right back. Hey, bro, you trying to go ahead and? Yeah, bro. I'm feeling down, bro. And then you right back in that same boat just because of how you feeling at that moment. And
also your environment.
Your environment
who
is
you're hanging out with, who you're
very important.
who you're dealing with. It's just like you got some people that's like, we all bond, or we all have bonded once in sin. We have friendships where we all was doing stuff we was not supposed to be doing. You know, whether it was smoking, drinking, fornicating, whatever the case may be. However you bonded with that person is because y'all like some of the same things. And a lot of stuff that we all like together was, you know, sinful nature. So you have a relationship with that person. You have a bond with that person.
Yeah.
But when you try to change that, notice how that bond you thought you had is now starting to become severed. And it's because you're finding your way away from what you used to like to do. You were finding your way from fleshly desires. You're starting to be more, you know, on the spiritual side. Like, look, okay, for instance, smoking for me. I had to hold myself to a different standard. Like, look, this is what I said I was going to do. This is what I mean. You have to pray on it. You just can't say it and do it. It's a constant battle.
Yeah,
there will be times where I will have dreams where I'm like, I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm having fun, and then I wake up and I'm like, it's just a dream. Yeah. It's just because it's, you know, it gets you back to that moment to where you used to be, you know, in sinful nature. And I'm not saying that I'm completely out of sinful nature, because every day we sin whether we know it or not. But it's just, you got to work on it. And also you got to work on your environment. You got to change who you hang out with. Not saying you got to cut a person completely off, but when you're dealing with God, he's going to sever a lot of relationships, because he knows whether that friend is going to be there to the end or it ain't going to work out.
Because you're going to have a lot of them that's not going to want to see you do better. No. So for those ones that's not want to see you do better, they gonna constantly, you remember we used to, you remember. Don't you get tired of remembering, bro? Like, why we can't focus on the future? Like, what you trying to do? Now I'm at this point where it's like, man, look, if we ain't trying to help each other in the future, for real, like,
I mean, whether it's in the future or not, because you can help somebody in the future long distance ways. But if we're not trying to build each other up in a more positive way, and get out of this boat that we all just sitting here sinking in, like, if
steady doing the same thing, insanity, expecting the same thing, but you doing the same thing but expecting a different result every time. You can't work like that. You cannot work like that. Steady trying to remember, or steady stuck in your thoughts, or
that's, you know, like steady being stuck in the mindset of 2017, and we out here, it's 2022, and
it's 2022. You're like, man, you remember 2017, March 17th, we was doing this at 3:00 in the morning, bro. What's the point, bro? Like, we passed that. We in 2022. Time done passed. Like, what we thinking about them times? Yeah, that stuff done happened. That's over and done with. Now we got to move forward. That stuff is gone. Like, ain't no going back to that. So whatever happened back then happened. Hey, scratch it. Like, we ain't going back to that no more. And ain't no point in trying to relive 2720. There ain't no point in trying to relive 2017 in 2022. Imagine that. There's people that's reliving or trying to relive their old pastimes in this year. If that makes sense to you.
I know, but I'm gonna hold back what I want to say, because it's a little mean. No, I understand what you're saying, but my response to it, I'm not gonna say it. Okay, I'm not gonna say it.
But no, like, you just got so many people that want to stay there because it felt good or it looked good. You know what I mean? That's of course we had fun. We done, you know, did our little thing. Had a great time. We thought we did, but at the same time, we gotta grow up.
But the main thing is I'm not even looking at the main part. Is we owe God.
I've been thinking about that too. We owe him.
We owe him.
We owe him
every single thing. And everybody say, well, "What do we owe him?" Well, think about all the times you was at the wrong place at the wrong time, in that person's bed, in that alley, in that liquor store, at that weed spot, at that strip club,
and you know,
at that at whatever the parties, underground, whatever y'all do, whatever we did. Think about those times where you done met up with that person when you ain't supposed to even seen that person, or you say you was gonna cut that person off, whatever the case may be. Think about all those times where that could have been your last time.
Your last time, and you know for a fact it could have been your last time. You feeling awkward, you shaking in your boots, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feeling just like eerie, like
it's that feeling where,
like,
you know,
ooh.
I'm gonna just use you for example. It's that feeling where you say you sneak out. You say you sneaked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like any feeling as a teenager. You know you're not supposed to be where your parents tell you ain't supposed to be.
Heart pound. You think everybody on you? Hey, you like, hold on, what? Hold on. you getting real real anxious. So it's like, what's the point of like? Well, I put it like this: we done all been there. You can't try to get through this life thinking that you ain't gonna get caught. You ain't gonna get caught. Oh man,
you gonna get caught.
What? Man.
Somebody somewhere gonna see it, gonna say something, gonna break it up, and you just be like, just shut up, like,
exactly.
just let it be.
Exactly. You be trying to hide the whole time. You like, yeah, he right here. Yeah, right. Buddy's right here.
And I mean, that's what the enemy do when we do wrong and we try to hide from God and try to act like, you know, what we done ain't gonna come to the light.
It's gonna come straight to the light, and if
it's coming.
That's the thing about it. If you're not trying to change, then it's gonna be.
It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be
because
real
when
bad.
that day of judgment come, you know,
he gonna remember.
He
bringing up
and a lot of things that we think he ain't gonna remember. He's going to remember. If he has not tossed it into the sea of forgetfulness, it is coming up on Judgment Day.
And the only way he will throw it in the sea of forgetfulness is if you repent. Once you truly repent. And there's a difference between repent and forgiveness. Forgiveness, you know, that means, you know, we could do it again. Lord, forgive me for, you know, doing
right.
this.
Right, you're going to end up doing it again.
You're going to end up doing it. But repentance, you for real turning from your wicked ways. Like, all right, I'm chilling now. I'm done. Like, that's
like
it.
For us, smoking has been 3 years.
3 years.
I have not touched it in 3 years.
Done. Donezo. So for that, in the sea of forgiveness, God ain't gonna bring that up on judgment. It's just the stuff that
we're doing now.
Yeah, you're doing now.
What are you doing now?
What are you doing now?
Up until
Day of Judgment.
Exactly.
What are you doing now? Because the thing about it is, angels are keeping record. And we're telling y'all this too, but even us, like, I'm saying it to you and I'm saying it to myself as well, like, we gotta still work. We still got work to do. You know what I mean? Everybody still got work to do. I don't care if you're the highest priest or the most knowledgeable person of all. You still got work to do. Like, it's always work to be done because we're not just going to figure out this whole thing in one night or 5 years. That's a lifetime. That's a whole lifetime. While we still here on earth, that's a lifetime of us constantly understanding. Well, not even, of course, we can't fully understand God, but, you know, just understanding like who we are in God for real and really getting that true relationship. So yeah, it's addiction is real, y'all. Addiction is very, very real, and it's not to be taken lightly at all because addiction will eat you up, spit you out, and then do it all over again
if you allow it.
Because you think about it is it's a mind thing as well. Like we think all the time, well, I need it. You keep saying that, then you gonna need it. You gonna force yourself to need it.
I'm thinking about that.
What?
The episode on SpongeBob, and he screamed. He said, "I need it." He was serious.
He said it so many times. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. Then he paused for a minute. Let it sink in. I need it.
He started screaming. That's how it is. I wish we could insert that clip. Y'all, I love SpongeBob.
Hey, we just might insert that clip here.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
That's why you got to give it to God, because us trying to do it alone, like completely by ourselves, we gonna short circuit. We gonna blow a gasket, all that, man, because it's too much. It is too much for our own selves to try to fix our own selves. Like, we cannot fix us. We cannot do that. We have no power to, you know what I mean? We can't, especially when we're dealing with like an addiction or whatever the case may be, a loss or something like that. We cannot. It's hard. It's harder to fix it when you're dealing with it and it's right in your face and you steadily doing it. You got people that you know good and well that's still doing it. They gonna come over later or whatever the case may be. Hey, yeah, bro, we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? We got this party going on, bro. You sliding, bro? Yeah. All the time you like, yeah. You good way you wanted to say no, but you still say yes. So it's like, it's hard to fight that off when you still in it. It's very hard. Mm-hmm. But I will say this, though. The more you say no,
the easier it becomes.
The easier it becomes. I promise you. I guarantee it. The more you say no, that first time saying no is going to feel weird. You going to be like, no. They here tweaking. But once you keep on that repetition of you saying no, how you say it? Escheweth evil? Escheweth evil. So basically, you pushing away evil is gonna constantly stay back, because and then too, God is gonna help you with that as well, to be able to get away from evil, and He's gonna always have a way of escape for you, to where you can, you know what I'm saying, get out of there. But yeah, addiction is real, y'all. Addiction is real. And if you out there, you dealing with addiction, I mean, hey, I would say for real, pray on it and talk to somebody for real. Either you talk to somebody that you know that you can trust, or you get a therapist or something, because we don't, like, I would hate to see you go down a road to where it gets so bad to where you really don't want to come back from it at all, without even a second thought. Oh no, I'm staying here. You know what I mean? That's bad.
I'll tell you a good video to watch, and I'm pretty sure all you guys are familiar with it. I watch these videos on YouTube because I like to watch a lot of stuff. But the channel name is called, and I've showed you, Soft White Underbelly. And I know a lot of you guys have seen those videos on YouTube. Basically, a man, he goes around with the camera. He sits in one spot. He let a person come in. He does a full-on interview. And he let them just expose their entire life. They're just an open book for the entire world to see. And there's 4 clippings of this one specific person. And her name was Amanda. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And Amanda looked like me. Look like you. Mm-hmm. You know? Okay. In a 4-month time span.
Dwindled down.
She completely dwindled. The next episode was really sad. So I thought. She came back with a bruised, busted eye. She came back, she didn't have her wig on. Her hair was cut in a low fade. Her voice was very, very raspy. And her teeth were gone. She had a full set of teeth the first video. Amanda was, she wasn't heavy set, but she was thick. She had weight on her. When she came back, that next episode, she was skinny. And her whole entire appearance changed. During the next video, she came back. She had a wig back on. And she was still struggling. She looked a little bit more skinnier. And was saying she was a clone. And they trying to silence her. And all kinds of things. And the crazy part is the last video, she was completely out of it. She was completely out of it. She's completely strung out on I think her drug of choice was crack. She was completely strung out. Her voice was completely gone. She's constantly fidgeting. She can't stay still. She can't talk straight. She can't look at the camera. She's talking, and not stopping. Like, she is completely gone, mentally gone. And that last video was really sad to see. The good thing is before she passed away, she got sober. She was sober for, I think she said 6 months.
Praise God, for real.
I want to say it was 6 months. I don't know. Don't quote me, but I think it's been over that long. And the crazy part is that when you are dealing with addiction, and in our society nowadays, the places you go that know you're dealing with addiction, if you don't have insurance, they're kicking you out. After a certain amount of days, you've exceeded your limit, they're kicking you out because you have no more money to stay there to get help. And I didn't know that until I started watching all these videos.
I didn't know that either.
And a lot of people was like, y'all think it's easy for us to get over this. We go to places, we try rehab facilities to get help. Yeah. And then when we run out of insurance, they kick us out. I didn't know that in our generation, in our society, in our world, they kick you out. But these are the same people. Oh, we feel so bad for. We want to help. This and that.
But that's the thing.
Money.
Bro, like,
you ain't got no money. They ready to kick you out and stuff like that. But I think she was sober for like 6 months, and she died in her sleep. Her body couldn't take it. Her heart couldn't take it. And all the stress and things that she did do beforehand, it caused her body just quit. It just shut down in her sleep. Mm-hmm. But
see, that's the
she
thing.
was sober.
That's good, though. That's the thing about it with addiction. Like, when you get so far gone, you lose yourself. Because right now, we're, in our right mind.
Right.
Of course we still got work to do, but we're in our right mind to know what to say at a certain point and know, okay, I can open up a door. I can do this. I know how to think. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. By the grace of God, I know how to think. But you got so many people when you're dealing with either smoking or just drugs.
Just anything that you're addicted to. Yeah,
it'll alter yourself to where after so long, you're not yourself no more.
Right.
So when you get a chance to look in the mirror, you like, that's me? And a lot of times, like, even when I was smoking, like I said, I'm getting ready for parties on this stuff. I wasn't... yeah, they're going crazy. I wasn't, like, really worried about how I looked, but I was worried about how I looked in the sense of, oh, I gotta make it seem like I look good, or I gotta make it seem like I'm doing good, or I gotta make sure I'm smelling good. Don't want to smell, weird, or don't want to smell like weed type stuff. So I didn't really look for the real deeper me that I needed to be looking for in order to get that sense of, oh yeah, you need to chill out and change. He will be doing this today. It's good though.
It's been 2 days. He worked on it yesterday until late last night. Even after he went to work, he was still out there. It was like dark.
Oh yeah, he must be building something crazy. But it's like, so whenever you go into a mirror, what do you see? And this is a question for everybody. Everybody. Like, really, really think about it. You ain't gotta say it in the comments or nothing unless you want to, but what do you really see, though, for real? Do you see yourself as, a good person, somebody that's, handling business, as we say? Or do you really see yourself as, I need more work done? And if you fall into that category of, I need more work done, or I just, I want to do better, pray about that for real. Like, really sincerely pray to God. And once he noticed that you're sincere, he gonna help you.
He's going to help you.
And he might not come when you want him. But he's on time. He's on time. He is on time. No matter what, he is on time. He might not come when you want him in that moment. But best believe, when it's that dire moment, you really down, he's right there. Mm-hmm. Right there, ready. Right there, just waiting. Right there.
He already done fixed what you asked of him.
He
what
just
you done
wants
prayed about here, and he just wants you to come to him.
He just wants you to come to him and say it. That's it. He just wants you to say it. He just wants you to get into that mindset of, I'm struggling. I'm not doing good. I need help. I'm addicted. That acknowledging factor is so important, because what that acknowledgement does, you're reflecting on the fact that, hey,
I genuinely do have a problem.
I genuinely got a problem, like for real. Like you look at so many sports players or just like people in education or whatever that are very like up there, up to that level, and you got some of them that's, you know, up in that level, but they're in a different category than the ones that are doing far better. They're in that category to where they don't want correction. They still, you know, getting by, still doing good, but somebody try to come and correct them. Hey, I think you should kind of go this route, or, you know, look, you made this mistake this time. Make sure next time. Oh no, I don't need that. I'm good. And, you know, for those people that don't want correction, you'll never get help. You will never get help because you're constantly pushing away the help that you need in order to do better. There's always room for improvement. Mm-hmm. Whether that's life, sports, education, whatever it is that you want to do in this life, there's always room for improvement. There's always going to be somebody that's a little bit more above you to help you out, and that's good. When you start receiving correction and getting somebody that's telling you about yourself, that's good. That means they're trying to help it. They see that you want to get better, and they see the need that, hey, you kind of down bad. They see another side of you that's going to be able to sprout up and do better, and, you know what I'm saying, want to do better in life. But it's all up to you, though. Do you want to do better in life? So, yeah, I want y'all to think about that. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? But yeah, this is a good episode. This is a good episode. This is deep. This is a deep episode.
I'm sorry again, y'all. I'm sick. I'm over here. Y'all gonna hear me in the middle of the video.
You good. You good.
I'm trying to breathe.
You good. But yeah, this is a good episode. Thank y'all for tuning in as well. Like I said before, I'm not gonna make no promises, but the plan is I'm trying to get these coming out, you know, on the weekends, because I'm off on Friday, so definitely the weekends. But if not the weekends, you know, we'll get them out. You know, I'll let y'all know. Get the video rolling, and then I'll put something out. Just give me a little time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, make sure y'all like, y'all subscribe. You know, y'all stay tuned for more, because there will be more, to where, you know, we getting everybody on here. I want everybody on here. And, you know,
I'm leaving.
What you mean you leaving? We gonna get you back on here. Yeah. Get the wife back on here.
Hopefully when I'm feeling better.
Yeah, definitely. So y'all stay blessed. Y'all make sure y'all look in the mirror and ask yourself, you know, what do you see? You know, what do you really see? And y'all stay tuned for more, and love y'all.
Ooh.
You good?
It's just sharp pain. That's all.
Y'all stay tuned for more. Love y'all. See y'all on the next podcast.
I'm silly with this music, call it art. I'm taking my time. Yeah, it's really like clockwork. Up all night, yeah, that's like where all I'm trying to do is really just network.